Well, it's over. It's a little hard to believe, actually. Not the fact that Edmonton won, although I think the majority of people thought that Calgary would win. It's the fact that it's over in 5 games. That was not expected. I don't think that anyone expected this to take any less than 7 games. And honestly, this was one of the most enjoyable playoff series I've ever watched. I would say top 3 in the last decade for me. I really, really enjoyed this series. Number one, because I'm not really emotionally invested in either of the teams. I was okay with whoever won. I was watching this series as a hockey fan, loving hockey, and I got the best present ever, which was incredible high-scoring games, back and forth games, physical games, and unexpected turns and events. It was awesome. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time dissecting this series because, number one, I don't think you really can. It's not one of those series where you can look at specific statistics and everything. It's the Battle of Alberta. It's Edmonton versus Calgary. You can't dissect it like you would a normal series. It's also 1:59 in the morning where I live, so it's very late, and I stayed up to watch the game, the overtime, and I would very much like to go to sleep. So this is going to be a short video. My general opinion is that I'm very proud of the Edmonton Oilers. Something that they've lacked in the last 15 years has been resiliency, depth, and I don't want to say consistent goaltending because it wasn't consistent, but they've received the most consistent goaltending that they've received in a very long time. Now, Mike Smith is still going to Mike Smith, okay? He's still going to let in questionable goals from apparently the other end. He's still going to let in goals that he should have saved right in front of him. Mike Smith is just going to be Mike Smith, okay? But he's been phenomenal for specific periods of not only this series, but the previous series as well. So I'm very proud of the Edmonton Oilers, and I'm very happy. And I got to say, shout out to the Edmonton Oilers fans in the arena, outside the arena. That place was rocking the entire series, and Calgary fans as well. That's not just a compliment to Edmonton Oilers fans, but Calgary fans as well, outside the arena and that big, I forget what they call it, that big section of everyone that was there. And of course, the fans inside. Those two fan bases, those two arenas, man, I would love to go see a game in either of those places. As a Canadian, I'm very proud of my fellow Canadians who cheer for either of those two teams and had a wonderful time doing it. Now, I will say that I am disappointed that Calgary lost, but I think there's a couple of factors that could be in play. I know it's not, like I said, you can't logically dissect this series like in a normal series, but a couple of things that I've noticed. I was expecting Calgary to play more physical. They tried to almost outskill Edmonton. I think they probably could have the ability to do that, but clearly that wasn't what took place. I was expecting them to be more physical, and they weren't. I thought that Johnny Gaudreau was pretty good. I thought their best player overall, considering offense, considering defense, was Backlund. I thought he was great, actually. Very defensively responsible for the most part, and contributed offensively as well. Specifically in that last game, I thought he was very well. He had some good chances, and overall, there was some really positive parts of Calgary, some really negative parts of Calgary, and you could say the same for Edmonton. You could even argue that Edmonton still doesn't have the depth that they need, that it's still a front-loaded team with Draisaitl and McDavid putting up 4 points a night each, basically. So I understand that the argument is there for both teams, positively and negatively, but I don't even care. I don't care about Calgary's positives, Calgary's negatives. I don't care about Edmonton's positives and negatives. I'm so happy that this series took place. I'm happy that we got to experience this as hockey fans, regardless of who you cheer for. It was a wonderful series, and every single game was interesting. Every single period was interesting. And I'm sad. I'm sad it's over, big sad. And I can't wait for these teams to play again. So Edmonton moves on to the conference finals. They will face either St. Louis or Colorado, most likely Colorado, but hey, St. Louis has some of that resiliency, and they could come back. Who knows? They've staved off elimination in that last game, so we will see. But Edmonton and Tampa Bay are in the final 4. We await the other teams to enter, but what a crazy year, and a very exciting year. Now, my Montreal Canadiens are long gone from the race this year, obviously, so I'm actually really enjoying this year, just sitting back, no pressure on the line for me, and just watching all the series as a hockey fan, and I'm sure there's others in that situation as well. So if you're in that situation like me, who are you cheering for? What do you think about Edmonton winning? What do you think about Calgary losing? Dang. Crazy year. Would love to hear from you. Hope you guys are having fun watching hockey in general. If you're new to the channel and you want to hear more hockey talk, I release a video basically every single day, so would love to have you on board. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button, and yeah, talk to you soon. Adios.